So once you've got some observations in each of the learning areas and learning statements, you can start to have a look at the outputs. Now we're going to look at Adam's reports, and we're going to look at his learning record. So we just select learning record, OK, and that instantly produces his whole learning record. So I showed you before how to turn this cover page on and off. So this is with the cover page on, has a legend, and then it shows all the learning statements, the correct phase, and the correct comment. So that's how you produce a single student's learning record. But even better than that is that you can quickly select all your students, reports, learning record, OK, and within about 3 seconds you've produced every learning record for every student in the whole class. We can also view a learning record summary, which will show us what observations are being made for this student. So we can easily pick up the gaps. And also you could do the same for multiple students. You can also view a class summary. And this will give you all the students in the class and all the learning statements and the observations that have been made. Now sometimes you may wish to make the same observation for multiple students. This is very easy in ClassMon. You can just click the multiple observation button after checking a number of students. So if say 3 students here, maybe they've done an activity together, we can click the multiple observation button and add a work sample, choose our phase and apply that, and that single observation and the work samples will be distributed to each of the students. Now I'm going to show you the portfolio. Often the mention of portfolios gets a bit of a sigh from teachers, as it can be quite stressful creating portfolios on top of the other work that's needed to be done. Now what we've done is we've made it so you don't actually have to create a portfolio. It's already there. So if we choose Adam and we ask to preview his portfolio, it just takes all the work samples and observations we've made and turns that into a digital portfolio. So we'll just preview that. So it's now creating the portfolio. So ClassMon allows you to add images and music for the introduction, and then it leads into the actual portfolio, which is basically the assessment that you've done. So if we look at one of the learning statements, social learning, we can see that here's the comments and the phase, and then here's the work samples that are related to that assessment. And I'll just show one with we've got a health and physical and gross motor. So you may have an image, but you may also have a video file. So this portfolio is created automatically. There's no work required. Now also, you can select multiple students or all of your students and export the portfolios to a folder on your hard drive or to a network drive in one go. And so you might export the whole class portfolios, and it would take maybe 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how much information you have in there. You can also burn individual portfolios to disk if you want to distribute those or archive those. Any reports you produce can be easily printed. So I'll just select a couple of students there, produce their learning record, and from the menu up here you can either print. So we'll just look at the print preview. So you can see first page is the cover page, second page is assessment, and so on. And then it will go on to the second student for as many students that you print for. From this menu you can also generate PDF files. So if you don't want to print the reports, you may just want to email them to the grade 1 teacher or send them home to parents. You can just generate PDFs and send those via email or save them to a disk. So that's a summary of how ClassMon can be used to monitor and produce reports and portfolios for your prep class. There's a lot we haven't shown, but we'd love you to jump in and have a go, download the trial and have a look around.